HealthWorks, it is something that new parents fear, and boy, you just feel sorry when they have to deal with this. It's colic. It's a cranky, crying baby. But what's really behind that behavior? What can be done to help calm the little one down? Lisa LaGrew, founder of OaklandCountyMoms.com, is here to shed some light on colic. So, Lisa, you interviewed a pediatrician because this affects a lot of new parents. What percentage of kids are colicky?
Well, I think it's tough to say because I think a large group of parents assume colic when they have a crying or inconsolable infant, when in fact it could be another cause.
Okay, so when we think about colic, the definition to me has always been you just can't get, there's nothing seemingly wrong with the baby.
Correct.
But there's all kinds of stories of moms and dads running the vacuum and putting the baby in the car, just anything to get the baby to stop crying. So when you interviewed the pediatrician, there was also, though, a chance that there is something wrong.
There could be, yes, and you want to kind of explore all of your options and not rule anything out. You kind of want to say, if there's another cause, maybe we could resolve this issue and it won't be colic and you can help the infant.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Well, for nursed babies, you want to see if there's possibly a food sensitivity or a food allergy. So anything the mother takes in, that child's going to get as well. If there's an allergy,
that's feeding issues.
Yes, a feeding issue. So if there's an allergy and the mom's taking in a food that the child can't tolerate, they're going to become fussy and have some other issues as well. And you want to mention those to the pediatrician, and they'll maybe take the mom and put her on a diet, an elimination diet, and see if you can rule something out.
It's interesting you say that because when I was nursing my kids, all the foods that you're supposed to eat, like all the healthy foods, broccoli and
tomato sauce.
It creates all kinds of gassiness in the babies, and that gas to a newborn can be very painful.
Very uncomfortable, yes.
And you don't even know, you think you're doing everything right, eating all these vegetables, but these vegetables can be filled with gas-inducing
and acidity.
Yeah, acidity.
That would cause problems.
Exactly.
Yes, and that's another thing you want to look out for. You want to watch what you're eating as well.
All right, and then you talk about swallowing air.
Yeah, some babies just, if they're big criers, you know, they can take in excess air, or if they're bottle fed, they can also, from the gulping and swallowing, can take in excess air, and that will cause a lot of cramping and gassing and fussiness. And you know, you can try the simethicone drops or something. That'll be helpful.
Those drops, there were times with our first baby, we didn't use them with the second, but that first baby, my husband, if I would leave, he'd say, "Where are those drops?" I gotta have the drops here, the phone here, and I'm ready.
And it's nice because it is very safe to use and it is very effective too.
Yes, the Milacon drops.
Yes.
Oh boy, those saved us. But yeah, those do seem to calm the gassiness.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, there's allergies to formulas.
Yeah.
So I know that I have a friend who tried different formulas, you know, working with her doctor, and whatever did not work, she ended up finally with one she called Liquid Gold, because that was the only one that her child would not get irritable with.
It was probably the most expensive one, too.
That's why it is very precious and most expensive.
Right.
Therefore, Liquid Gold.
And there can also be actually an infection or something
in the stool,
medically wrong.
Yes, they have to do a stool sample, so you definitely want to keep in touch with the pediatrician. If you see any other symptoms other than just the crying, relay them to the pediatrician, and they can maybe find an underlying cause.
So bottom line is, if you have a colicky baby, and old school thought would be, you know, you just got to deal with it. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
There's something going on that you don't know about.
Right. And in addition to that, if you do kind of take all those different situations and none of them apply, they have found that with nursed babies, there is an ingredient called lactobacillus that's found in some probiotics that can be helpful. It'll decrease the amount of crying time, kind of lower the symptoms of colic as well.
All right. Yeah, boy, you hate to hear those babies cry.
Oh, yes, and if you really need to, just get a good support system of friends and family that can come over and give mom a break.
It's hard, yeah. I mean, it's one of the things, look at that little face. It's one of the things that's hard about being a new parent, new mom, new dad, is those crying moments and then you get frustrated and you feel like you're doing something wrong, and you're home alone, and everyone else is at work or gone, and so, yeah, so a support system is key.
It is very nice.
All right, there is a link to OaklandCountyMoms.com on our website. In fact, on your website, there's a good little support system there to chat up with other moms. To understand more about colic and maybe what causes it and some other things you can do about it, check out the checkup on the health page at myfoxdetroit.com. Lisa, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Dina.
Jay?
All right, well, tomorrow.